You're listening to the Amazing Facts Daily Devotional. Today's topic, Eileen, sheltered by God. Eileen was in a desperate situation. As a 27-year-old mother of 4 children, she had suffered physical abuse from her husband for 12 years. After being placed in a battered women's shelter, her husband tracked her down, so she ran with her children out into a snowstorm to escape his violence. She eventually ended up in another town where local law enforcement worked with residents to find her a safe refuge. God placed me in the home of Sabbath keepers, she recalled. They protected me and sheltered me. For the first time in her life, she heard about the seventh-day Sabbath. I felt so much joy learning about this truth. Unfortunately, her abusive husband once more found her, so she left this family and a church she had grown to love. Eileen spent much of her life trying to avoid the cruel husband of her children, but she never forgot what she learned from the Sabbath keepers and passed this truth on to each of her kids. Years later, 2 of her adult sons told Eileen about a Sabbath-keeping pastor named Doug Batchelor. After a bad experience in one church, she had stepped away from church, but decided to go online and watch a few sermons from this new preacher. I was blown away by his love for the truth, she admits, and his ability to clearly explain the Bible. Eileen was especially touched by an everlasting gospel sermon titled The Unpardonable Sin. I wondered if I had committed this sin and several times even felt tortured by it. But the message eased her heart and gave her hope. Eileen has been fighting cancer for the last couple of years. My hope was growing dim until I began listening to Pastor Doug. I have courage again. In one of the darkest hours of her life, she found safety in the arms of God. What do you do when your hope is growing dim? You can always find light in the Bible, a sure place of refuge during your darkest moments. Our key Bible text today comes from Psalm 91:4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thank you for listening to the Amazing Facts Daily Devotional.